How do women write a letter of respect, a letter of admiration to her partner? And that's what we're going to be working on in this video. Welcome back to Poetry and Friends. If this is your first time on this channel, I do welcome you. What I do is that I talk about love topics that God has placed on my heart, and I update you about my writing business. I write poetry. I usually talk directly to women. A person whose love language is words of affirmation would love a love letter. And regardless of the person's love language, a love letter of admiration would be meaningful to the man because respect to the man, it's really crucial, right? Love letters are important because that would just deepen the connection, the bond with the couple. And it's always better for you to write it down, to make it special once in a while, writing it down. That way you could articulate better, you can think better, and then just pour out all the words that you want to say to him. You want it to be something that he could hold on to, even if it's like years from now. So we're not going to waste time at all. Let's jump into how to write a letter of admiration to a man. Why are you writing that letter? You could start by even saying, like, you don't know where to start, but you're writing this letter because of this. So you're going to let him know that, of course, you're writing this letter because you respect him, right? But it's always good for you to be specific so that he can feel what you're saying. So let's say you really respect him, and that's why you're always learning from him. You're always listening to him. How you could be specific is you saying something like, I respect you like how a good student respects her teacher, right? Or let's say you respect him so much that you always want to protect him submissively. So you write something like, I respect you like how clothes respect the body. Being specific. And for that, that would cause him to smile because he can feel the respect. How your life would have been if you never met him. So you starting by saying something like, before I met you, this is how my life was. So say something like, God really made you for me because ever since you came into my life, and then you tell him how your life was, how you can imagine life without him. And an example could be, so recently I was watching a video, and then this woman was talking about, she said, before she met her husband, she really cared about what people thought about her. But her husband was the opposite. So her husband really helped her. And then now she has a tough skin. She also added that her husband really helped her to highlight her gift that she has. The way she was praising her husband, I loved it. But let's say if that was you, you will write exactly that, that before I met you, I really cared about what people thought of me, but you've really helped me to have a tough skin. You would feel so appreciated because even though women, we were made to help the man, but that's how it is vice versa. The man was also made to help us, and then men really do love to help the woman they love. Listen the things that you love about him. And then this could be even something about you loving him just the way that he is. You could try to be fun just to make it funny, to put a smile on his face. So, for example, a woman, she writes something like this to her husband. Maybe she loves everything about him, even his imperfection. So she says something like, I do not play with my sleep, but I don't mind your snore waking me up. And it doesn't have to be the exact thing that I'm saying, right? I just want you to have an idea. Maybe she loves the way he's slow to anger. She's saying something like, I love the way you take a deep breath whenever you're almost angry. It could be anything. Maybe you love the way he's hard working. And I do have a video on how to make a man feel seen. So you can watch it so you could have an idea of how to list the things that you adore about him and being specific. He will feel highly respected because adore also means respect. Let him know that he is the most handsome man. There is none compared to him. One way that a man could feel really disrespected, we talked about it, right? It's when a woman compares him to a different man. So flip it on the contrary when you're saying that there is none like him. And of course, he is your man. So you are going to find him to be handsome, whether it's his character or the way he looks. What is something that you really find handsome about him? You list them. An example that you could say is maybe saying something like, I love the way your eyes look whenever you're passionate talking about something. Or saying something like, you're handsome from head to toe. You're a real man. Be romantic and don't let anybody tell you that if you're a Christian, whenever you're romantic, that means that you're getting off the spirit. So a woman will say, oh, because of that, the only romantic words that he would be hearing all day is tongues, speaking tongues all day. No, there isn't anything wrong for a Christian to be romantic because there is romance in the Bible. Psalms 45, verse 2, it said, you are the most excellent of all men, and your lips have been anointed with grace since God has blessed you forever. And then we have verses of Jesus telling us that, oh, I will never leave you, how he loves us, because the Bible is like a letter. So there's nothing wrong. So you let him know that, yes, you are the most handsome of all. How proud you are of him. And then this could be something that he has gotten better in, right? For example, he decided to start a routine and then he has been consistent. So you just write it down that I am so proud of you. You are a man of your word. And then you talk about the routine, like how consistent he has been. And then you let him know you're a man who always want to be better. And then that would really make him feel strong, determined, which will make him feel honored. And also, if you're proud of somebody, then that means that you do respect that person, like what that person has achieved. You respect that person. Ending with, you will always, and add something respectful. It's always good to write that way because when you're ending, it leaves the person feeling like, oh, like this letter is ending. But then you have to let him know that it's ending, but she's saying something like, even though I'm ending this letter, but that doesn't mean that the way that I feel about you is ending. So leaving an unending ending. Another example, she's thinking and she's like, okay, I'm ending this, right? I just want to keep respecting him. So she could write something like, I will always respect you through actions, through spending time, through hugs, through surprising you with gifts, through everything, or even ending with, I love you till God comes. He will really love such a love letter because even the effort alone for you taking the time to write it down, that alone shows respect. And in years from now, he could still have it. One last thing, and then we will wrap this up, and it will be the end of the video. So I want to read just some few lines, probably like 4 lines of it was just a gift that he wanted to give to her, right? So for the greeting card that I have, right, the one that is in a book form, if the person want to write something personal to the woman, let's say if you want it customized, I will ask them about just few things that maybe he or she wants to add in the poem. Not everything, because of course it is my job, so I have to do the writing, but just little things. So for this, it says, her sense of humor is matchless. So with her, there's always an amusing feeling. Her smile can leave a man speechless. Her smile is incredibly appealing. So I cannot show you how it was designed and everything because of personal reason. And just to let you know, I asked for permission before I could read it. So don't think that probably I'll be putting your business out there if you haven't given me any permission, no. And also, let's say if you don't want a customized one, and for this, how I write these is I just write something that is relatable, something that everyone could just relate to it. So I'm just going to be reading a few lines of how I write. When I feel at ease, then I'm certain that your treatment is what's giving me that peace. When my heart feels like it's breathing, then I know your love is what's speaking. I will place the link somewhere up here in this video so you can click it to check it out. This was like a happy birthday one. And then also you will find the customization, how I customize and everything. If you click the link, you will see it. And I'll also be placing the link of the additional products that I have so you could check them out. And I hope you like them and you do purchase some. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really pray that this video blessed you. And do subscribe for more videos. And if God permits, see you when I upload my next video. Bye-bye.